For the best price, click the link in the description. But here's what surprised me about the Oster My Blend when I got my hands on it. It's a lot more than just another blender. Therefore, if you're thinking of buying one, listen up because we're about to dive deep into its features and see if it lives up to the hype. As someone who's been in the kitchen for years, I've had my fair share of blenders. Some were great, some not so much. But what really caught my attention with the Oster My Blend was its affordability. This thing is under $100. However, let me tell you that price comes with some compromises, which we'll get into later. But first, what exactly does it promise to deliver? According to the manufacturer, it's a high-performance blender designed for smoothies, frozen drinks, and even hot soups. Sounds great on paper, right? Therefore, I was excited to put it through its paces and see if it really delivers. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever bought a product that looked amazing in the ads but turned out to be a dud when you got home? Yeah, we've all been there. But what if I told you that with the Oster My Blend, it's actually pretty good for what it is? But here's the thing, this blender isn't just about blending stuff. It's also designed to do some basic food prep work like chopping and grinding meat. Now, I know what you're thinking, who needs a blender that can chop meat? But trust me, this one does it pretty well. According to Amazon reviews, over 70% of customers are happy with their purchase. Therefore, it seems like the Oster My Blend is actually delivering on its promises most of the time. Now, let's take a closer look at what makes this blender tick. For starters, it comes with 6 different speed settings and 3 preset programs for blending, chopping, and grinding. Sounds pretty standard, right? But here's where things get interesting. The Oster My Blend also comes with a unique auto-clean feature that claims to make quick work of cleaning up after you're done using it. But what about the performance itself? Can it really blend smoothies and frozen drinks like promised? The answer is, sort of. I mean, it can do some of those things pretty well, but not always. For example, blending hot soups was a bit of a challenge. It would often leave some chunks behind. Therefore, if you're planning on using this thing for hot soups or thick blends, you might want to think twice before buying. On the other hand, if you just want something for smoothies and frozen drinks, it does a great job most of the time. One more thing that's worth mentioning, some customers have reported issues with durability. Now, I'm not saying this is a deal breaker or anything, but it's definitely something to be aware of when making your decision. Now, let's talk about the price again, because at under $100, this blender is actually pretty affordable, considering its features. But here's the thing, you get what you pay for. While it may not be as durable or high performance as some other blenders out there, it still manages to deliver on its promises most of the time. Therefore, if you're in the market for a budget-friendly blender and don't mind some potential compromises, the Oster My Blend might be worth checking out. However, if you want something more reliable and durable, you might want to look elsewhere. Or spend a bit more money. In conclusion, the Oster My Blend is a decent option for those on a tight budget who need a blender that can handle some basic tasks. But as always, make sure you do your research and read reviews from multiple sources before making your final decision. And remember, for the best price, click the link in the description.